Welcome friends, welcome in the another session of web development using C#. So in this video we discuss about the enumerations. So what is the enumerations in C#, benefits of enumerations, creating enum type, initializing and assigning enum variables, and how to convert enum to string in C# and how can an int value cast to enum. So first of all, here we discuss about the enumerations. So what is C#? An enumeration is a distinct type with a set of name constants. So enumeration we can say it's a set of name constant. Right now in this example you can see red, blue, green, yellow. These are the name constant. Right, so we discuss about this enum here. So these are the set of name constant which we define within this enumeration. And when we are declaring an enumerations, you have to use a keyword enum. So in this example, enum colors. So color is the name of an enumeration, but when you are declaring an enumeration, you have to define enum keyword before that enumeration. Every enum type has underlying type which can be an integral type except character. So in an enum, when you define a value for your enumeration type, by default those values are of integer type, right? So you have not defined any value. Right now in this example I defined 1, 2, 3, 4, but suppose you have not defined a value for your enumerations type constant. In that location the default value in that is integral type, integer type. The defined underlying type is integer. The first enumerator has the value 0 by default, and the value of each successive enumerator is incremented by 1. So suppose here I declare an enumeration red, blue, green, yellow. So by default here set a value 1, 2, 3, 4. But suppose I create an enumeration of different type. Here I show you with the help of a Visual Studio example how we can create example in Visual Studio. Go to File, New, Project. In this location I define an example. Project name is enumerator example. So in this location I create an enumeration enum days or weekdays, and here I define Sunday, and the next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So these are the different enumerator which I create here. You can put it in a separate line. Now here I show you these are called as a constant. Declare enumerator and set of name constants. The set of name constants in this location are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. These are the name constants. So here I show you the value of this one. So first of all, what we have to do? We have to create a object of this. So weekdays, days. Now days equals integer type int. Okay, I declare a variable day dot. Here no need to define this one. Right now I just declare it directly. So here I use days, weekdays dot Sunday. I want to see the value of Sunday. Console dot write line days. So here I define console dot write line days Sunday. Control F5, and it display me Sunday. But I want to see the value of the Sunday. How can I see that value? In this location, what I do? I typecast this one. Int. So the default value for my name constant, first name constant, that is 0. Now I want to see the next one. So here weekdays day 2, weekdays. So here weekdays day 2, weekdays Monday. Console dot write line int day 2. Let's see the definition of day 2 means Monday, 0 and 1. So here when you define a name constant, so default value for those name constant is assigned with a 0 and it is incremented by 1. So this is the example of this one. So enumeration bridge the gap between a numbers and object. So basically it is used to bridge the gap between numbers and objects. So you can create as many objects, as many name constants in this location. Benefits of enumeration. So benefit include code is easier to read because you assign easily identifiable name to your values. So in this example we see we can assign an identifiable name for a weekday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Similarly you can assign for colors red, green, blue, yellow, and you can assign a default values for your colors also. Code is easier to maintain because you assign only expected value to your variables. So in this location, the default value is start in an enumeration for a name constant is 0. But you can define some expected values in your variable. For example, here red, I assign 1, blue, 2, yellow 3. So you can assign some different values or some fixed values for your variables. Code is easier to write because IntelliSense play a list of possible value that you can use. So here I show the example using a Visual Studio. So in this location I create another variable weekdays day 3. So when you define weekdays dot, so in this location this is the IntelliSense show me the number of constants I define and I can see values of those ones. When I define console.writeLine int, and here I use d3. Control F5. Is there expected? Let's see. Okay, triple F5. So 0, 1 and 3. Wednesday is 3. So in this location it show me 3 value. So suppose I want to set a default value in this location. I can set, for example, for Monday I set here as a 3. Let's see the value of Monday. Sunday is 0. So value of Monday and value of Wednesday. We can see that. So Sunday is 0. Value for Monday is 3. And it increased from 3. So Tuesday is 4 and Wednesday is 5. So that's why here 5 is visible. So code is easier to write because IntelliSense plays a list of possible values that you can use. So in this location you can define values at your own. Creating enumeration type. So how we can define an enumeration? So defining enumeration with enum keyword. Enum. So one way we can define in a Visual Studio, I define an enumeration like this. Enum weekdays, or second one you can define data type along with that. Data type and values along with that. So here integer type. So I want to specify the integer type. By default enumeration is integer, but you can specify data type for your enumeration. So that you can also do. So here I show the example, one more example in this. Enum colors. Here I define integer. Here I define red. It starts with 0, 6. Blue, green, yellow, like this one. Right? And I want to see for this. So here I create colors C, and this location colors dot green. Console dot write line int C. So green is 8. Enter. So here I define constant dot write line values in the next enumeration type F5, and here value next enumeration type for green it's 8. Right? So like this way you can define your enumeration. So enumeration values start at 0 by default unless explicitly stated. So you can explicitly define it. Right now in this location, Monday is defined as 1, Tuesday defined as 2, Wednesday defined as 3. So you can define your own values in your enumeration. Initializing and assigning enum variables. So how we can assign? So in this example, I show you the example of this one, how we can assign a values for our enumeration type. So same thing is repeated here. Instantiated enumeration variables is the same way as any other type. You can only assign an enumeration a value defined in its type. So here enumeration days integer type, and here assign some default values. Monday as 1, Tuesday 2. Now I want to use this. So days is the name of enumeration. My day off is the object of that enumeration, and then days dot Sunday. So which day you want to see, you can define that one, and after that with the help of console.writeline you can see value of that enumeration. So how to convert enumeration to string in C#. So this is another example using toString method. We are converting enumeration value to string type. So here enum is color, red value is 1 and pink is 2. And here we assign a variable my color and I convert that value to string by using toString. So here I show the example of this one. So here I have a color, right? This is the integer type. What I have to do? I have to convert it into a string. So in this location, here I define value of green is. Here I use curly braces, and then I define c dot to string. So here, when I run it, value of green is, it show me green, right? Because I convert it into a string type. I want that constant name in this location. So same way to next, convert an integer value cast to enumeration type. One way we can convert it into an integer like this one, or another way. So this is the example of converting into integer. Convert into int. Example, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, assign values, day equals to 3, right? So here one way we can cast like this. So we define, right now, I define weekdays, day 4, and in this location I want to see value of Tuesday. So value of Tuesday I know it's 2. So what I do, here I define weekdays, that is week capital. This console.writeline day 4. So here control F5 2, right? So this is the one way we can cast it. In this location I use typecast for integer, and in this location I use a weekday. But for this weekday I define 2. So you can do like this by defining direct values in that location. So how can an int value cast to enumeration? So this is the example which we already done in the Visual Studio. So you can do like this, or one more way. Here I create a variable of integer type. So before this one I define Wednesday, then Thursday. So I want to see the value of Thursday. In this location int thur, and here I define weekdays dot Thursday, console.writeline Thursday, and here I use value of Thursday is, and here define like this. Now, so this is of integer type. What we have to do, we have to typecast this one. Otherwise, we can't see this result. So when I typecast it, now I can see the result. So in this location, I get value of Thursday is 6. So this equal sign should be here. Now F5, and here you can see the value of Thursday is 6. So now here is some lab practice which you have to do at your own. So what is the default underlying type for enumeration members? So you have to find out the answer for this one. So we know the answer of this one. What is the default underlying type of enumeration members? Enum cannot participate in inheritance. Enums are value type. Enums member are treated as constants, or all of the above are correct, right? So you have to give the answer of this one. Then next, lab question. You have to find out output of this result. So public enum weekdays. Sunday value is 10, Monday so automatically that is incremented as 11, Tuesday 12. Public class demo weekdays, static void main, and now you have to find out weekdays dot Sunday. So you have to find out the result of this one. So just try to do these questions at your own in a Visual Studio and find out the solution, and make sure that you are doing some questions, practice questions related to the enumeration using different, create 2 or 3 enumerations and define different values in that and see what happen in those values, how it increment those values of the constants. So thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.